Hi guys, I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to get into everything relating to SP, 3D circumstances, states of consciousness, living from the end, and kind of break down everything because I know it gets confusing and complicated when you're trying to figure out how to change a situation. The first thing that you need to do is gain control of your attention, okay? Because where you're putting your focus and your attention is what you're going to experience more of. So you want to remove your attention from the 3D, okay, from the outer reality, and you want to put your focus back on yourself. And you want to start to ask yourself, what do I want to experience? Okay, if you're wanting a harmonious, loving, committed relationship with someone, you want to put that focus on that relationship, what that looks like for you, right? Because everyone's different. Everyone wants to experience a certain kind of relationship or connection. You want to start to put your focus on the version of you who has this loving, committed relationship, okay? How does he or she feel? Okay, do you feel very secure? Do you feel very, abundant, loving, confident? Whatever feelings you want to have as the version, the identity, the state, okay, it's all the same. Living from the wish fulfilled, you're putting your focus into that version of you, that identity, okay? You're choosing that. You're deciding that's who you are, and you're going to start to put your focus there, okay? Another thing that you're going to want to do is start to build belief in self, right? Because our inner relationship with self is what dictates and reflects back in all our relationships. So who do you believe you are, okay? Or who do you believe that you would like to become, okay? That version of you. And start to build that self within, okay? This is the identity shift that people talk about, or shifting into a new state of consciousness. This is the same thing with like being abundant or being healthy and like shifting into a new identity. It's not really brand new, it's within you, but it's new because you haven't experienced it yet, okay? So it takes a little bit of practice and attention and focus to get into this identity and stay there, okay? When you do this, that's when you're gonna see your outer relationships shift, okay? Whatever it is you're dealing with in your 3D. The circumstances do not matter because we can change and shift things with our minds, okay? So the fear, the limiting beliefs, and all that, they're gonna come, they're still gonna come to try to haunt you, to try to get you back to your old state, your old version. You have to deny them, do not give your attention and your focus to it. They'll eventually calm down. Delete, no thank you, don't interact, don't have a lot of outside distractions coming at you. Don't talk about it with people unless you just have a coach who is supporting you and encouraging you, because whatever you're sitting in, whatever identity you're sitting in, so if you're in the identity right now that you're not with your person, then you're encouraging more of that to come into the 3D, okay? If you shift into an identity of, I am in a loving, committed relationship, and you continue to stay there and build your faith, build that identity, it's going to reflect from the 3D, okay? So we're constantly choosing and deciding what state of consciousness, what identity we want to be in, and what concept of self we want to push out to have reflected back. So for me, as a coach and as someone who's experienced this and kind of got into a full understanding of it, is that You have to take your focus off the 3D while you're working on shifting into a new consciousness, okay? You can't be getting like punched around by the 3D and knocked around while you're building a new foundation, right? Because it's just going to keep getting pulled back, knocked down, you know, the wind is coming, it's going to blow it away, and you have to like start building again. So take your focus off the 3D, start to build this new version of you inside. Who is this new version? And this person always gets what they want. They always have a loving, healthy, committed relationship, regardless of what it is, because you want to just be in this version for all your relationships, right? You would like everything to show up where you're being respected and valued, not just your romantic relationships. But there's something that usually triggers us to get there, this awakening to not want this reality anymore. So there's like a desire within to change, and it's to change self, okay? I am also your higher self, and, you know, the unlimited being that is here, that is present, is what you want to let become louder, right? Because your logical mind, your ego, anything that thinks that the person is separate from you is going to try to pull you and get your attention and your focus. The old version, right? Like whatever you're being, the version of you who always gets abandoned or rejected or doesn't feel good enough. And it's an old programming from a past relationship, or maybe, you know, your relationship with a parent or wherever it came from. It doesn't really matter. The point is that when you locate the fear, okay, what is this bringing up in me? Am I afraid to be abandoned? I'm afraid to be rejected. I'm afraid I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. You start to say like, oh, okay, there's the limiting belief. That's not true. That's not real. I created that, so I can go within and select a version of me that doesn't experience that ever again. Regardless if you're creating a new romantic relationship or you want to have someone show up in a different version that you prefer, you have to go within and change your inner concept, who you're consenting to being, you know, true to what it is that you believe is what you're going to experience out here. And you have to stay faithful and persist there, no matter what the 3D shows you, until it hardens into reality, okay? And the time it takes to work within is really going to be up to you, and how much focus and consistency you put on that version of you, okay? And if you stay in that new version of you, if you fall out and you got to go back in, you know, these are things that happen as we're building a new state of consciousness, or choosing or deciding to be in that state of consciousness, because you've been in, you know, a certain state for so long that it takes a little bit of getting used to. Affirming is good. Affirming is helpful. It doesn't solidify an end state, in my opinion. You need to have the identity within you solidified of who you are, and stop looking out there when you're affirming. It's almost like you're affirming for them, and them is you pushed out. So you have to go within and actually change the version of you, because when you shift, then everything else will shift. I hope this video is helpful, and I'll be back with some more SP stuff, as I know it gets confusing. If you want to work with me, if you want a one-on-one, you can send me a message or email me. My link should be in the bio. If you want to speed things up and work with me and get a bunch of downloads and understand this on a deeper level. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.